Welcome back to Asa Camps. Today we have another great opportunity for you to get to know what's going on with the auto industry. And this, guys, is an amazing time for us to live right now because Lexus is dropping their new IS 500 V8 5.0, and now we're behind everybody else. It's not because we want it to be, but my system was giving me trouble, and now I have Mike Hayward.
What's up, Oz? How's it going?
Dude, this is like what? Cut number 3 right now?
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh my God. Like we're like all excited. We've been planning this since last night. It's like, okay, we're going to get this at 5 o'clock or 5, 10, it's 5 o'clock here in Italy, in Europe right now where we at. And it's like, Mike, we're just going to get all the logistics. And we sit in front of the computer. We are watching the unveiling right away. And then guess what? The computer was not recording one jack crap. But that's part of the adventure, right, Mike?
That's right. That's right. Hey,
it's crazy.
We're talking about cars. We're laughing. We're having a good time. We need more of this in our lives.
Yes.
And so if we have to do this 3 times, let's do it 3 times.
Let's see if this one is the last one. All right. As long as I'm looking, it's recording. Okay. So we're going to go straight to the video. We're going to give you some commentaries about the Lexus IS 500. And then we're going to go and pass over the websites because these people are not wasting their time. They're just dropping everything. Boom, 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 boom. So let's go over the video right quick. All right. So let me put the audio. There you go. It looks just like business. Lexus is like business. LFA cluster. Whoa, look at that. V8. Sound is crazy.
I love that sound.
Love the rims too.
I believe those are Yankees.
Yeah, it got to be. You know, Japan is always using that.
I believe they are. Great rims.
Sport Plus. And it looks, if you look at that tachometer, it says like 7,250 RPMs. So high revving engine right there. Yes. Whoa, look at that.
And listen to how quick it revs.
Yes, pretty quick. Look at that, bulges. Nice. It looks like it's Willow Springs track. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It might be.
The way I see it,
how do you see it?
the true measure of a sports sedan
Okay.
is visceral.
There you go. Show me what you got.
Have we not been talking about the sounds and how those sounds just make us smile?
It's like we're watching Fast and the Furious. That's how I feel.
Except this is a car we can really own.
Yeah.
Instinct to react.
Dude, like now they're showing off that this car has good handling skill, like handling everything. It's just that I'm like that guy sweating.
No, I think they've definitely done well. There's no doubt that Lexus is definitely swinging for BMWs and Mercedes. And Alfa.
And Alfa Romeo. Let's not forget the Italians.
Oh yeah, no, they're
They're
putting a target on all those brands that we've kind of relied upon for our performance. Lexus has always had the looks, but their performance has lacked a little bit, and I don't think you can say that anymore.
No. I think that IS 500 Sports Performance this fall on a Lexus dealership near you. So let's take a look on this video one more time. I'm just going to let it play in the back, and we're going to make some commentaries about the IS 500F Performance Package. Guys, these are great times since all the companies are looking forward to get the electrification in pretty much every single vehicle in their lineup. Lexus is just daring to drop a V8 in their IS model. And this is a good time to be alive because in the next 5 to 10 years, this is going to be a vehicle that you will like to own. And probably in the used market is going to be one of the best sought after vehicles out there because there's not going to be anything like it. Like it. BMW has the M3 with a six cylinders inline twin turbo. Mercedes still now has a V8 B-turbo. Alfa Romeo is a V6 twin turbo. And now Lexus, a V8 naturally aspirated 5.0, almost 472 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque, something like that.
Yes.
Yes. So
0 to 60, 4.5 seconds. I mean, that's going to put it right in M3 territory.
yeah,
That's going to push the big boys. And, I think when you look at the lack of competition that those companies have had from Lexus, they may be a little shocked, because I know I am. I was fully expecting this to be released with a twin turbo V6.
me
I
too.
did not see Lexus keeping the V8. I really didn't, especially a naturally aspirated. I love it.
I will say that right now with this release right here, Lexus is playing safe, because one thing that Toyota has always been notorious is that everything that they built naturally aspirated is a highly reliable engine. They do this all the time. Big displacement, a little bit less of the horsepower. They don't force the piston. They don't force the cylinders. They do what they can do best, which is fine-tune engines, and they're going to be really reliable. And that's one thing that Toyota knows best. One thing that Toyota is hoping with this one is to give the best MPG right now in fuel economy in the auto industry. They are hoping to have 24 miles per gallon. And that was a big problem with their previous ISF, the previous generation. That was like 12, 13 miles to the gallon. Now you can have a V8 with 24 miles to the gallon. That's like Corvette, high speeds Corvette and highways and so on. Like, you don't see that quite often.
You, if I'm driving that, I'm not getting 24 miles a gallon. I'm keeping my foot planted.
Nobody will. Nobody will. And right now, let me show you here. We have the Motor1.com. Mike, these are my guys.
Those are your guys. But you know what? They're probably one of the best out there. I mean, they really are. They're spot on.
They have that. So like you said, 60 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 4.5. They had a 7,100 RPM red line. Whoa. For the people in the globe, we have 535.5 Newton meters of torque and at 4,800 revs. So gearbox is a 8-speed automatic.
8-speed auto.
Yeah. But everything out there that sells is an automatic.
Yeah, I know. I hate to see it. I love rolling my own gears, but the older I get and the more traffic there gets, the more I appreciate the automatic. And I understand why they have to do it.
Yeah, they need to sell. If they don't sell this vehicle, then this is going to disappear. Like, they're not going to come up with another vehicle like this. And that's what we need right now. Look,
absolutely.
This one, they said that it's going to weigh 3,891 pounds. It's not your featherweight boxer right here. But if you compare...
That's pretty standard for that kind of vehicle at this point. You really don't see lightweight cars anymore. I mean, really, you put all the safety features, all of the creature comforts, that all is weight.
But Mike, it says, and this is a claim from Motor1.com, that it only adds 143 pounds extra to the current IS350S Sport, with probably double the amount of horsepower, 170 horsepower extra, because that one is not that powerful. So this one also has Lexus' smallest sedan with the 5.0 engine, dynamic handling package, adaptive suspension, torsion limited slip, Yamaha supplied rear performance dampers. I'm reading everything straight.
It's ticking the boxes. I mean, it really is. Of everything that you would want in this market, they're putting it out there.
Yeah. I think that they dismantle an RCF and they just say, you know what? We're going to dismantle the RCF and we're just going to put it all together in the IS and let's sell it. It's a 5-people vehicle. Like, you can carry your whole entire family, have a vehicle that is going to give you 24 miles to the gallon. Right now, it's not that bad for a vehicle that is a V8 with almost 500 horsepower.
Yes.
And, a great excuse for you to say, hey, wifey, I don't want a BMW. I want a Lexus. It's reliable. It's a Toyota. You know how it is. I can carry the kids in the back. I can take them to soccer practice.
That's right.
So this one has the Lexus 2.5 safety system, which is the pedestrian detection, emergency steering assist, adaptive cruise control, lane departure, and so on. That my Toyota Prius has a 2.0 safety from Toyota, which is the same. It's similar. It's the same system, just named Lexus. This one's going to have 2 inches clearance in the front end. Oh, that's the bulge above the hood. Wow.
The hood, yes.
Yeah.
Anki. I like that. I like that bulge.
Yeah, Anki rims. You nailed it. You said
there
it.
There we go. I told you. I told you. Those are great rims. They look nice. They really do.
Yeah, and RCF and all ISF pair of stacked dual exhaust pipes on each side of the rear. So it's quad exhaust in the rear end. And I know that people don't remember the all ISF, but you can call it the RCF, but this was originally from the ISF 2010. Minor tweaks to the interior.
I wasn't a huge fan.
Of the ISF or the RCF?
I wasn't a big ISF fan.
What? That car was amazing. I had a co-worker.
Technologically, absolutely.
Yeah, but don't be a hater right now, Mike. Do that. I know
but you know what? I like this one.
I know you're a BMW fan.
I don't know if it was on take 1 or take 2 when we talked about this.
I already forgot about that. Hey, we're recording. I'm making sure. Let me check. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Oh, good. I really think this is a good opportunity for Lexus to get into that market and push some of the European cars a little bit, because I think they've gotten fat and happy. If you look at BMWs 10 years ago, they were at the pinnacle of what people wanted for a sports car.
The ultimate driving machine.
Exactly. And they produced. I mean, they really did. That was what you measured every other car in that sector against. And since that time, they've lost a little bit. They're still great cars, and give me an M2, and I still think that's one of the best cars made right now for a performance vehicle. The 3 Series, it's good, but it just isn't quite as good as it used to be. The M4, again, the same thing. It's a fatter M3. I mean, I think Lexus is coming in and it's gonna take over some of, potentially. Now, we don't know how this is really going to drive, but based on what we're seeing on paper, this really should come in and compete head to head with these guys, and they may show them a trick or two.
That's right. And let me tell you, for some reason, I believe I talked to my wife not long ago, probably a year ago, and I told her, wifey, if I ever buy a performance vehicle, it will be an M3 because it has the five people seating positions and all this stuff. She said, well, as long as it's not a Corvette. And I said, okay. So now I can say, because she loves Lexus, I can say, hey, do you see the new Lexus? I like it. I love it. This is going to be an amazing opportunity for many of us who have been loving and waiting for a performance 4-door sedan from Japan.
Yes.
What's out there? What's out there? Nothing.
No.
Nothing. Acura doesn't have anything to compare with this. No, Acura.
Not even close.
The Subaru WRX STI is not in this category, so just discard that one. What else is out there from Japan? The Nissan. What Nissan has? The Altima and the Maxima? No, even discard that. What else? Who's there? Who's that from Japan?
Infinity's got the Red Series, but those don't match up in terms of performance either.
The Red Sport, the Q60 Red Sport is 400 horsepower.
But now, it's pretty tame in terms of its handling,
and it's old.
Yeah, it is old, and the engine, it's got 400 horsepower, but I think it's 400 old horses. I really don't think it was. They weren't putting quarter horses in there. They weren't thoroughbreds. Those are the guys that have worked hard for years.
They need to go to retirement.
They do, and that whole vehicle needed to go into retirement. It looks good, but it just could never perform. And Lexus kind of was battling that for a while as well. Their cars always look good, but they just never quite had the performance that I thought went with the looks. But I think in this one, despite the fact that I'm not a big Lexus front end lover, they look like a blowfish that's running around with his mouth
like a predator.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it looks good, but the rest of the car I think looks excellent. I love the body lines on this. I love what they've done with the hood. I think the rear end looks excellent. I love those inky rims. It's
inky. Japan, they always rely on their inkies. And let me tell you this.
That's what I have on my GTI.
You see? No, you're going to have Aussie Racing or something like that. Oh, yeah. Let me tell
You
you.
would think I would, but I actually have Inky.
All right,
right now on my car.
Enki matters. All right, check this out. Another good thing that I see, well, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, is that they have not changed the interior much. If I'm gonna pay premium money for this, when you're in Lexus, you're already paying a premium penny for it. But if I'm gonna pay premium plus penny money right here, I need some performance seating right there. Maybe the GSF seating or the RCF seats, the buckle seats, those are gorgeous. They should add that here.
Here's why I think they don't.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people that don't like those seats.
Oh, okay.
And I think honestly, I think that's why they have not gone with that. I think you lose a little bit of that market because some of the people that are going to buy this are going to be the people that have been buying these Lexuses for a long time. They're going to be their loyal customers. And as you and I both know, they haven't been the best performers. And so to have the need with all of that bolster and that getting in and out of a car and hitting the side bolster or sitting on it with your thigh, a lot of people don't like that. Okay. And I think the seats they have in it, while I agree with you, I think that they would be better off with a more performance-oriented seat, especially with the specs that this car has. I think that's what they've done. And I think in terms of broad sales appeal, I think this is a safer option for them.
Okay. So I put it in here, right here. I'm not trying to go against what you're saying, but I put the seating right here from the GSF. Take a look on those seats, Mike. The bolstering is very aggressive on the sides for your love handles right there, or our love handles. And but the bottom part is not that aggressive. I think they're very nice looking seats. I don't know. Take a look on those, man, because I know the M3 has some packages. Well, unless they're gonna add them as an option. Like this seat should be an option. And that
very well could be. Absolutely.
This should be an option. Like they come in red. Look at these red ones. Oh, they look amazing.
They do look good. Yeah. They do. You're right. And I love the stitching patterns in those. I think it just gives it a little bit more. The seats in the current or in the new IS 500, I think, are a little tame in terms of design. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It looks like a seat you'd see in a Camry.
Yeah. So to me, like if I'm gonna put the premium penny in this car right here, right now, I see the bulge in the fenders. I see the bulge in the hood. I see the bent in the front end. The rear fenders look very aggressive and wide. Like look like a whole silhouette is designed towards this car. They designed this car around the ISF. Like they were thinking about it in the future. So they had not changed much of the original design, but the fenders, the bulge of the hood, and that's it. They add, the rims, the lower suspension, the side skirts in carbon fiber, I believe, and the rear diffuser with the quad tips. Actually, in the profile, looks very gorgeous. Like it's kind of like
it does.
It looks like what would I say? I don't know. People are gonna probably blow me out in the comment section, but it looks like a little bit like a 4-door BRZ.
I was just going to say that there is a little bit of a BRZ look to it. Again, yeah, I'm squinting and looking out of one eye and but no, I can definitely see, especially in the front end.
Yeah.
Especially in the front end, I definitely can see a BRZ kind of look to that. Obviously it's much bigger than the BRZ. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I think it's a good looking vehicle. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the front end. But it looks 10 times better than any Tesla on the road. I'll tell you that.
Su Maria Jose. That's a statement right there. Like any given IS or Lexus GSF. I love the GSF a lot. But it's going out of business. It's a good time to see if we can find one in the $30,000 but price range. But I don't believe that anytime soon you're gonna find any of them in that price range with that legendary V8 engine and the sound. But no, I think that these cars are gonna look good, very, very good for a long, long, long time. And that's a statement that I'm making right here, right now. I think that we have enough information to just go to bed happy with a smile on my face that probably in the next 5 to 6 years, I can convince my wife that I can buy me a Lexus and ditch that Prius. Right?
I hope so. That Prius needs to go.
Hey, you know, I've been getting comments on my videos saying like, how a car enthusiast and a person who talks about cars like that owns a Prius. Well, dude, like this is what fills the bill right now. You know, money is I'm not a YouTuber, like a multimillionaire YouTuber. I have an 8 to 3 job.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I agree with you. I think they've done really well with this. I like the fact that you can see the lineage. You can see that they've kind of gone back to their playbook and taken what has worked from previous models, incorporated that in there, make it a little bit meaner, a little bit more presence, and then they drop that big, sweet V8 in the front end of that thing. Oh, yeah, I'm blown away. I really am. I really thought that this was going to be a V6 twin turbo. But you know what I think saves it for them? All of their hybrid technology cars and their electric work.
Yeah.
Allows them to put this V8 in there and still keep their cars within the regulations for overall miles per gallon for the entire range.
Well, Mike, think about this for 1 second before we go. We have been talking for 22 minutes right now. The LC 500 and the LC hybrid. Think about the amount of opportunities that Lexus has already in place to keep this car selling for a long time with a V8, with a high horsepower engine, with electrification and everything, and make it work for the auto industry. It's just a matter of use the same playbook from the LC 500, which is a 5.0 V8.
Yes.
They just slap it here in the IS performance, IS 500 F performance. And then if in the future that they don't meet the government regulations, slap the hybrid, that's it. And you still have the chassis there. You still have a high performance vehicle. You still have what we want, the car enthusiasts want. Yes, it's automatic. Yes, it's a Lexus. Yes, it's not a BMW M. Yes, it's not a CAMG 663. But man, for a lot of people like me, like I would say, I'm a Toyota fan since I was a baby. This is something that Toyota needed to have a long time ago. They're late to the party, but they came to the party with the nice suit and tie.
Oh, they crashed through the door.
Yeah.
When you're competing with cars that aren't running a V8, you're crashing down the door when you come bringing a V8 to a V6 party.
Yes, sir.
You really are, and I agree with. I think they've been smart with this. I think they've pulled from their parts bin, and they've taken the best parts that they've got around. They've tweaked them a little bit, refined them a little bit, and put them into this package. I think this
is a winner.
It is, and I think it was from an economic standpoint for the company. I think the fact that they had some of these performance-oriented parts and some of some of the racing heritage that goes with Lexus that a lot of people aren't aware of, but is out there, I think has allowed them to bring this vehicle as we see it now. This could very well be the last naturally aspirated V8 we see in a performance car for in terms of a new vehicle coming out. Your Mustangs are going to continue with your V8, your Camaros, your Chargers and Challengers, depending on what happens now with their new merger with Peugeot.
Stellantis.
Yeah.
What a name.
But this could be one of the last, and given their reliability, it could be one that is going to be out there and available for folks for a long time, either brand new or in the used market.
That's right, Mike. So we're going to wrap it up with this, guys. Mike, do you have a question of the day for us? May you have one?
Ooh.
I always come with that question of the day.
You're putting me on the spot.
Okay. Let me just give you that for the next time. So the question of the day is, will you buy a Lexus IS 500F Performance over a BMW M3, a C63 AMG, or a Giulia Quadrifoglio? I will. If I have the money. Money was
I
not
know
a problem.
You would, absolutely.
I will.
And that's an easy answer for you. Because I know
Mañana.
you're I would shop it. I would not say now. 2 hours ago, I would have told you no.
Yeah.
I would honestly look at this and really give this an opportunity to win me over. I'm impressed with what they've done. I prefer this, and I love BMW, so it's hard for me to say this. I'm having to really force these words out. I would put this probably above the new M series, the 3 Series M's, just because of that V8 and because of that reliability that Lexus brings to the table. And BMW has lost some of their mojo in terms of their driving dynamics.
It's not the ultimate driving machine no more.
It's not. Now, again, let's take the M2 out of that, because I think that's a totally different car that there's no competition for it right now, I don't think. And it's an amazing, amazing vehicle. This, if I'm looking at the M3 or the M4, I'm definitely looking at this as well, and I would honestly consider it.
Yes, sir. So I will see you guys soon, and stay tuned to us accounts for more videos this week. This is just starting, guys. See you next time.